What's good, everybody? It's your boy Anthony, aka Rafa, coming yet again with another message. Right now, I'm walking, just walking. I'm out walking on this Friday night simply because I needed to spend some time with myself, even though I do it every day. But as I'm walking, I just feel like it's necessary, especially just like with everything that's going on and everything that has happened in this day today. I just feel like it's beneficial to talk about just the things of the mind. You feel me? How much we as people can experience so many different emotions, so many different thoughts, so many different aspects of ourselves, just even in our consciousness, even in our minds, in our own brains. And no one ever knows what's going on or what it is that another person is thinking. I find that very interesting. But I just wanted to come and say, like, as I was walking, I've experienced a myriad of emotions today, of thoughts, of feelings, for like blatant frustration to intense sexual desires, to a feeling of loneliness or a feeling of emptiness, or also even a feeling of being like I'm being tossed, like I'm on a ship and I'm in a sea that's being tossed, and it's tossing and turning. Basically, like I'm in a major storm from earlier today up until this point, and right now actually I found peace. I'm at peace. But even while I'm at peace, I still feel like it's necessary to come speak on some things as far as what the average human experiences on a day-to-day basis, as far as thoughts, as far as emotions, as far as feelings, because a lot of people are experiencing thoughts and feelings and they don't know how to sit with them. They don't know how to acknowledge them. I'm gonna be honest, like, even as I was walking, I was just like, I thought to myself, like, dang, and I wanted to say it out loud, but then I had to say, dang, do I really feel that way though? Like, I was like, dang, man, I walk alone so much. But then I had to catch myself and I was like, but do I really walk alone? I'm not alone, because my thoughts keep me company. And a lot of people actually that are living on a day-to-day basis, their thoughts keep them company. Now, I'm not alone in a sense also because God said he'll never leave me nor forsake me, but it does get lonely. So with that being said, a lot of people don't know how to sit with their own thoughts. I'm not alone at all. My thoughts keep me company. God is present with me, and I got myself. But at the end of the day, also, it still can get a little lonely, and that's completely fine. But the thing is, can a person actually, how long can we sit with our thoughts? How long can we actually manage our thoughts? How long can we actually sit there and listen to what's being said? Why, or questioning why do we feel this way, or challenging the thoughts that arise on a day-to-day basis, simply because a lot of people aren't challenging those thoughts. Some people are accepting the thoughts that arise, because I'm gonna be honest for as far as me, I don't know about nobody else, but I know from what I experience, even in my own mind, it lets me know that I'm not the only person in this world that's having certain thoughts or the same feelings on a day-to-day basis, on a week-to-week basis, where some days you are completely at peace. Other days you're experiencing turmoil, like you're being rocked back and forth, and you're trying to figure out what's happening, when in all reality, it's normal. But a lot of people don't acknowledge or come up front to the fact of that, dang, I'm having this internal dialogue that I probably don't talk to people about, or that I don't show to others, because even I'm still either trying to understand that internal dialogue, or I don't understand it and I'm really trying to look past it, which a lot of people do on a day-to-day basis. They actually look past that internal dialogue. Some people also identify with that internal dialogue for some odd reason, because they see no separation from it. So for the people that don't see the separation from that internal dialogue, they allow themselves to become that dialogue. So if a person has a thought of frustration, they become that frustration. Or if a person has a thought of doubt all the time, they're on a day-to-day basis exemplifying that doubt, when in all reality, it's just thoughts that's in the air. And a lot of us, all of us, every person on this planet right now has multiple personalities. I don't care what anybody says. We all have multiple personalities. No one person is exempt from experiencing a personality of fear, or experiencing a personality of doubt, experiencing a personality of anger, experiencing a personality of being shook. Because I'm gonna be honest, today I felt like my whole foundation just was being rocked up until now, where I had to go buy myself. I bought me a meal from Chick-fil-A, went and sat at the park, and I'm just trying to see, why do I feel this way? What's going on? How did I get here? Because I know that I'm not my thoughts, but I'm not going to ignore my thoughts, because some people ignore their thoughts. I'm not going to ignore them. I need to acknowledge, yo, what's up? Like, yo, why do you feel this way? What is the where did this come from? What has come about to cause this internal conflict, when really all I'm trying to do is experience peace? But even while most people are trying to experience peace, it came to me last night as I was walking. That which you choose to experience, you have to go through. Actually, let me rephrase it. That which you choose to understand, you have to experience the opposite of that thing. So if I want to understand what it's like to have peace, I have to experience what chaos is. If I want to understand love, or if I want to understand, or I want to know or understand companionship, I first have to experience what it's like to be in what it's like to be in relationship with myself, type thing. So with that being said, I'm gonna get back to the point of just these thoughts that are circulating in the air, or the thoughts that people are having on a day-to-day basis. Most people are not acknowledging those thoughts, or they're not asking, where did this come from? What is this about? They're not addressing the thought as a type of personification. They just either overlook it or push it away and wondering why it's coming back even stronger, type thing. And I'm even learning that you can't push away those feelings. You can't push away those thoughts. You can't push away those things. Like, when I say an internal dialogue, it's not only you talking to you, you're talking to some version of something. And when I say that, that's just the truth of the matter. It might not be true to every person right now, simply because every person is not there for their eyes to be open to realize that, yo, there is an internal dialogue going on the inside of me, and it's not just me present. There's something else present. Whether it be God, whether it be the devil, whether it be an angel, whether it be a demon, whether it be even other entities that have never even been named. There's an internal dialogue going here. And what is it about? I need to acknowledge this. Yo, hold up. I'm not finna shun you like some bad kid and say, oh, no, we ain't doing that today. No, okay, I need to acknowledge and point out that, yo, I hear you loud and clear. What's up? What's this about? What is going on? What have I allowed in, or what have I come across in my day for where I'm being shaken right now, for where I'm being easily frustrated, for where I'm feeling this feeling of loneliness, or for where I'm having these strong, intense sexual desires, when it's like, I don't feel like I've done anything to allow these things in, but I may have. I never know. And if I don't ask, I won't know. And it's not only for me. If we're not asking ourselves, you have to ask yourself, what's up? What's wrong? What's going on? Simply because, like, if you're not getting to know you, anything can shake you. Anything can rock you. If you don't know you, you don't know God. If you don't know you, you don't know what people are capable of. If you don't know you, anything could move you and direct you, and you're not the one in control. If you don't know you, you're not the captain of the ship. How do you know how to steer a ship if you don't know your ship? If you don't know you, how do you know how to lead yourself rather than even try to lead anybody else? Type thing. First, I got to get to know me, and not only me, the world needs to get to know itself. And when I say the world, I'm talking as far as the people in the world. Everybody knows everything else about everything else and everybody else besides themselves. And I'll always refer back to Jesus, because I don't know everything, but Jesus knew exactly who he was. Jesus knew that he had command over legions of angels, but he also had authority over demons. But yet it seemed like us as mankind, we pray for angels to protect us, but we always fighting against demons. Jesus never fought a demon. That's what I find interesting. He told him to go. He told him to move because he knew he had authority. He had authority and command over angels, legions of them. But he also had authority over demons. Whether that been his own demons, whether that been other people's demons. But Jesus knew himself enough to know that I got my light. I literally have that which is my light that I have authority over. And also that which is dark, I still have authority over. And I can make it move when I need it to move. I can tell it to go when I need it to go. But a lot of people are not willing to face their dark. A lot of people are not willing to face their demons. But yet God gave us full authority over this earthly realm. And last time I checked, some things were let loose on this earthly realm that probably shouldn't have been. I can say probably shouldn't have been let loose, but it happened. So therefore, everything that's on this realm, we have authority over, whether it be angels who are our brothers and sisters, and also having authority over demons, whether it be somebody else's or our own. But it seems like no one is willing to face their demons. It seems like no one is willing to face that inner dialogue. It seems like no one is willing to get to know themselves. Who is willing? Are you that person that's willing to sit with yourself and get to know you, whether it be good, bad, or ugly? Whether it be your light or whether it be your darkness? Because even as I wanted to say out loud, dang, man, I'm always seem like I'm walking this journey along, and I had to catch myself, and I was like, I'm not alone. I got my thoughts to keep me company. Whether that be God, whether that be the devil over here trying to whisper things, whether that be any other entity, all y'all keeping me company. I'm not alone at all. It might get lonely because I or any other person wants to be in the presence of another person. But I also have to remember that misery loves company, and I see it every day through other people's relationships where I can tell they're not happy. So I gotta first learn how, not just me. I know a lot of my videos on point towards me, but the only way I can come with this is a self-reflection of myself. I gotta first learn how to sit with Anthony, my God self, and my devilish self. I gotta learn how to sit with Anthony and my angels and my demons, because I'm not finna sit here and act like I'm some saint when I know my internal dialogue. I'm not finna sit here and act like I'm holier art than thou when I know what I think, when I know what I want to say sometimes, when I know what I want to do. I'm going to state what is true, and what is true for me is the fact of I know what's being revealed to me by God, that, God does not only reside within me, the devil do too. And I literally gotta learn. Just as I love God and I spend time with God and I build relationship with God, I gotta learn my enemy as well. And I'm coming to the realization that he's not my enemy. And when I say the devil is not my enemy. He is not any of our enemies. We're our own enemies. We're either our best friend or our own worst enemies. And you want to know something that I realized the other day? The devil and y'all demons are attacking a lot of y'all simply because you literally treat him like a problem child. You treat him like the child that's been shunned. You treat him like the black sheep. And guess what? Anytime you praise this child, which I give all glory to God, don't get it twisted, to the Most High Father, Jesus Christ, my Lord and my Savior. We give him all the praise, the honor, and the glory, and we treat him like the great good child. But the bad child we shun. Oh, I don't want to hear what you got to say. Oh, I'm going to put you in the corner. Oh, I'm going to act like you don't exist. And then when that child, let's put it in, I'm going to numb this down. I'm going to dumb this down on a lower form. You keep on pushing that child away. You keep on acting like that child don't exist. You keep basically saying, you a bad child. You always point the finger at that child. That child is going to lash out at you. That's why a lot of people right now, I keep wondering why the devil keep attacking me, because it's like you keep ignoring me. And a lot of people say, ignore me, he'll flee. No, he gonna step away, but he gonna come back to beat your butt, because it's like, I want your attention. He just wants attention. And you don't have to give the attention that he wants. You can give him a different type of attention. Okay. Oh, so you pissed off at me right now. Oh, you sowing seeds of fear in my mind right now. Or you telling me, I'm not gonna say you telling me lies. You saying stuff to try to make me question myself. Yo, what is this about? I hear you loud and clear. I'm not going to keep acting like you don't exist. because that'll even make me feel some type of way. Let's put it into human terms. What if somebody basically act like you didn't exist? Let's say you a sibling. Your sibling get all the praise, get all the accolades, and you exist, but it's like you don't even exist. It's like everybody didn't push you to the side because the narrative that's been placed on you. How would that make you feel? I know how to make me feel. And I'm not like, and don't get it twisted, y'all. I'm just giving what's in me. Simply because it's a lot of people walking around thinking that they holy, but they so gosh darn holy that you really walking in error. And there's some people who walking in so much darkness that they can't even step into the light. So we all in a sense walking in error because we're not getting to know both sides of the coin. Both sides of who we are. Both sides of who we was made to be. Whether that be good, bad, and ugly. Like I said, I know what's in me. God resides in me and the dead. Look, literally, I got angels and I got demons. I encounter them every day. But I'm choosing to own up to that and see that, yo, I'm not perfect. Yo, I'm going to get it wrong. Yo, it's some stuff in me that it's like, yo, it don't make sense. But if you really just sit with it, it's like, Lord, why am I like this? And he's like, just get to know yourself. Everybody experiences it. But most people run from the fact of they good, they bad, and they ugly. Some people only want to see their light shine, but they try to hide their demons. Some people only see their demons and don't even know that there's a light hidden in them. But there's only a select few people who can stand and see that, yo, I got a light in me, and yo, I got some darkness in me. But my darkness does not, what's the word I'm looking for? Disqualify me from becoming the light that I know I can be. And the light that I know I can be does not mean that I have not battled demons or that I have demons that I'm still battling. And the thing is, I'm tired of battling them. Hey, look, let's make amends. Because one thing I do understand is God has full authority over angels and demons. He uses them for his perfect will. So why am I fighting something that my Father has already used for his perfect will? Hold up now. So you telling me, and the more if you even read scripture, if you peep certain things, God uses both angels and demons for his perfect will because he knows the job has to get done. We the only ones that got it twisted and we're not using our full authority. That means I got angels literally waiting on me to call down heaven. But then if I make amends with demons, with my personal demons, not yours, I can also use them to move my life. I can also use them to be in one accord. I can stop fighting against them and actually I can have both sides of the coin literally moving things forward. And I know that might sound crazy. I know that might sound controversial. I know that might strike some of y'all wrong, especially if you are too far into religion. You'll say, hold up now. I know it don't sound. I promise you. Even when I have to go within myself to say, hold up, Lord, why have I been exposed to certain things, certain knowledge, and certain understanding? Because he know I'll speak about it. Rather than some people say, oh, dang, I'm scared of whatever everybody else gonna think. They gonna think I'm crazy. Well, so freaking be it, man. If you think a person crazy because they're walking in truth, that's on you. If you think a person crazy because you're delusional and you fell into lies, that's on you. But last time I checked, the world thought Jesus was crazy because he knew he was the Son of God. And you know how many people wanted his head for that? And he came with light, love, and truth. Simple as that. But the world wanted his head because they could not understand it. The darkness could not comprehend the light. And it's just that simple. And like I said, if we really children of God, how we think we are, how can our Father have full control, full authority over angels and demons, but yet we only want to call on angels, but we fighting the demons? When really both can be used to push forward the perfect will of God, even by his little mini-me's, which are us. He made us in his likeness, in his image. Why are we the only ones going against our true nature? Straight up. Why are we the only ones not figuring out Okay, I got this light in me, I got this dark in me. I got this good in me, I got this bad in me. How do I use it for the greater good of all mankind? Both my good and my bad. Both my light and my dark. Because I promise you, you can transmute darkness into light. But a lot of people don't know how to not be overcome by that darkness rather than become a light. That's the thing. And a lot of people are in dark places because of their thoughts. A lot of people are in dark places because they're not reconciling with the voices that are in their head. A lot of people have been diagnosed as schizophrenic, but they really not schizophrenic. They just don't know how to make amends with all of the voices that's there, because the voices ain't just voices. They're also personalities. They're not only personalities, they're entities. But yet, a lot of people want to come into, they just want to believe that we're just flesh. No, this world goes beyond the flesh. There are things happening that we cannot see. But you can only come into certain knowledge if you let God reveal it to you. But some of it ain't for everybody, because some of it can be scary. There's a saying that says curiosity killed the cat, but nobody ever finishes that saying, which is curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. I understood that once I got to experience just a piece of God's totality, a piece, not all of it. When I say what was revealed to me killed me on the inside, it killed me because what I thought I knew was a lie. The things that I thought that I knew with certainty, he threw all it. Take that and throw that away. Get to know me for who I really am. Get to know me at my core essence. Get to know me for good, bad, and ugly. Get to know me for all totality. Don't get to know me for the image that you want to put on me. Because now you're putting God into a box. Now you're putting yourself into a box. Now you're putting yourself into a place where you cannot grow spiritually, mentally, or physically. Now you're putting yourself in a place for where you can't even understand God on a grand scheme. You can only understand God on a surface level. So anything that goes beyond that surface level will shake you, will rattle you, simply because your foundation you have set your foundation on the simple things of God, or on a surface level of God, or on just, oh, this is God and this all he is and there's nothing else. So if God actually revealed himself to you in all totality, you would miss him simply because you had this solidified image that should have never came about. And you never opened up space for God to actually show you more of who he is, even if it shook you just a little. And sometimes God shakes his children. And for those that don't want to be shaken, they stay firm in a certain belief and they never let anything else in. So they only know this version of God, but God has multiple versions. God is always becoming better. He says he's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore, but he's always becoming better. The core essence of God is always the same. God don't change, but he's always becoming better. He's never staying stagnant. God does not see himself as just this. He's always upgrading. He's always leveling up. He's always going deeper within himself so that he can even go higher and higher and higher. But some people only know God for this level, and guess what? They only stayed on the surface level. They only stayed on the ground. So if you only stand on the ground with the understanding of God, you never can understand higher things about God. You never can understand higher things about yourself. And that's going to always be true. If you don't dig deep within your relationship with God, you're never going to understand the deep things about yourself and why you think the way you think, why you're having the thoughts that you're having, why you're experiencing the day that you're experiencing. You got to be willing to go deeper. And if you're not, you're going to keep being tormented by the same thoughts, by the same actions, by the same emotions, by the same feelings, because you're not taking time to understand them, yourself, nor the God or the devil within you. Simple as that. And that's all I had to say. That's all I have to say. I had to let that out. I don't care how crazy it sounds. I don't care how controversial it is. I know what I'm called to do. I know what I've been given to say. I know that it's more to this story than what we've been sold on. I know that it's deeper things to God than what most people are letting on or what most people want to actually receive or accept. The truth ain't pretty, but lies are. And I ain't here to sugarcoat or make nothing look pretty. Because everything I done spoke on was just a little ugly. And I promise you, if a person ain't ready to receive it, it won't sound at all to them. And I'm okay with that. I'm not here to float your boat. I'm not here for the world. I'm not here for people to love me. You either gonna love me or you gonna hate me. Y'all done it to my father and you done it to my brother, Jesus. It's already been done and y'all still doing it. It is what it is. But I'm going to say what I need to say. I'm going to let out what needs to be let out from my heart, from my spirit, for my sake. Because God is going to judge all of our actions, whether it be good, bad, whether it be hidden or known. Just make sure you're doing your part. And to do your part, you need to go within and find out who you are. And I promise you, I don't care if you're 50, I don't care if you're 33, I don't care if you're 42. It's time that we all acknowledge that there is a God in us. And that we also house a devil in us too. And we need to get to know both of them. We need to get to know all of us, not just my good, not just my bad. No, we need to get to know all of us in all totality. For real. Some people only want to get to know their light. And you're rejecting your darkness, or you're acting like it don't exist. You're walking in error. You need to get to know your light and your dark. Some of you only identify with your darkness, and you keeping yourself from stepping into the light. You need to get to know your darkness and your light. Whether you a sinner or a saint, you need to get to know all of you. You need to get to know the God in you, and you need to get to know the devil in you. How can you defeat, and not even defeat, how can two walk together unless they agree? How can two walk together unless they agree? And I would rather walk with both and we all agree and we make some stuff happen, rather than I be fought by one and the other receives me and loves me because I'm giving him that receiving and loving back, but I'm over here always fighting the other one. What you think you gonna get a fight back? You ain't finna put your hands on nobody and they ain't finna hit you back. Come on now. Come on now. Let's make it make sense, y'all. But it's time that we get to learn all of ourselves, both good, bad, and ugly. That you get to know your good and your bad, or most people call evil. That you get to know the God in you and the devil in you. That you get to know that you become acquainted with your angels and become acquainted with your demons. And then you'll know their game. And if you know the game, you'll know how to play it. But that's all I got to say. Y'all have a great and blessed night. It's been great talking to y'all. I look forward to whatever else is given to me, whatever else was revealed. If this was for you, it's for you. Like I said, I'll tell anybody, test the spirit by the spirit. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. But I'm okay with what I have to give. And I'm okay with the backlash that I might receive from these controversial things, these controversial truths that are being revealed to me. But if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. If you have not liked, leave a like. If you need to leave a comment, leave a comment. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly. Whatever you leave is a reflection of your soul. And that's okay. And I don't have to receive it, but I can read it. But y'all have a great and blessed night. I love y'all. Peace out.